As we begin our 2019 women's basketball banquet and celebrate the achievements of our team this season, we will start up right away with our fiery freshman. Caitlin Link, or as I call her, Linker, got to campus as one of the best conditioned athletes that have crossed our path, which ranks her way up there with recently graduated Kylie Gabelhausen. Linker has the ability to go on for days at a breakneck pace and brings a great attitude and work ethic as well. She played in 24 games, including 7 starts. She hit her first collegiate points versus Marshall, and Caitlin hit her career high 8 points versus Western Kentucky and again at Loyola. Her teammates voted her as a captain this year because of her easy to talk to, her vocal ability, her tremendous work ethic, and outlook on life. We will look for Linker to become more comfortable at point guard and continue growing as the voice and leader of our team. Caitlin Link. Peyton McAllister, or P, which her teammates call her, also came onto campus ready to roll. Peyton worked her tail off in conditioning and had a good preseason, which allowed her the opportunity to have a breakout night versus UT Martin in our very first game of the season. P opened up the season with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists against UT Martin, and it marks the first ever 10-5-5 stat line by a freshman in program history and the 13th Saluki since 1983 to score double figures in their debut. She also reached double figures in 5 games, which included 3 of her first 5 collegiate starts. She appeared in 28 games, played 20 minutes plus in 9 games, and was 3 of 4 from three-point range versus Drake and 4 for 4 from free throw line versus Loyola. We look for Peyton to continue to grow as a defender and be relied upon for that key shot. Peyton McAllister. On to our softs with swag. Rachel Pileski. Rach appeared in all 30 games for us, always a tough and gritty competitor that is willing to sacrifice her body and limb for her team. Rachel was relied on heavily for her defense and rebounding. With that being said, she scored in 18 of those 30 games. Rachel grabbed a career-high 6 rebounds and dished out career-high 4 assists in wins over Evansville. She also had a career-high 8 points in our win at Indiana State, and we saw her ever-improving three-point shot from Rachel as the season went on. We look for Rach to become our defensive stopper, a reliable rebounder, and a triple threat. Rachel Pileski. Abby Brockmeyer, a 2019 captain. Abby appeared in all 30 games with 25 starts. She averaged 10 points a game, 8 rebounds, in 28 minutes of play. Abby scored in double figures in 14 games, including 3 games with 20-plus points. She also had 9 double-doubles, including 3 to start the season, which is the first player in program history to open a season with 3 straight double-doubles. Abby ranked in the top 5 in the Missouri Valley in 3 categories: rebounds per game with 8, offensive rebounds with 3, and in block shots. She also had one of the best games in our win versus Marshall with 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 block shots, which is a MVC high for blocks in a game this season. Her 243 rebounds this season are third most by a sophomore in a program history, while her 37 blocks are the 4th best for a sophomore in program history. Abby was also Compass Challenge All-Tournament team. We look for Abby to be a threat from three-point and continue to rack up her double-doubles to continue this next season. Abby Brockmeyer. Mackenzie Sylvie, or Mac Daddy, or Pistol, whatever you want to call her. she'll just play. Starting in all 30 games this season, Mac averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals in 33 minutes of action. She scored in double figures in 27 games, including 5 games of 20-plus points. She finished the season ranked in the top 15 in the Missouri Valley Conference in 5 statistical categories, including 2nd in three-pointers per game, 5th in minutes played, 8th in steals per game, 9th in scoring, and 14th in assists per game. Statistically, she had one of the best seasons for a sophomore in school history, which also got her an honorable mention All-Missouri Valley Conference selection. One of her best games of the year was a career-high 29 points and a career-best 6 three-pointers and 5 assists versus UT Martin. Those 29 points were the most scored by a Saluki since 2016 and is tied for the 4th most points by an underclassman in program history. Mack was also the tournament MVP of the Compass Challenge after averaging 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists for the weekend. We will look for Mack to continue to improve her defensive prowess and rebounding skills to help fill in her stat lines even more. Mackenzie Sylvie. Our jazzy jumpin' juniors. Caitlin Clausen. Caitlin got off to a tough start of the year due to her recovery from ACL surgery that set her back a bit. But Caitlin is a warrior, and she pushed onward and came to our practice ready to go each and every day after putting long hours in with our trainer, Caitlin McGuire, doing rehab. Caitlin appeared in 7 games, made her first appearance in our win over Eastern Illinois, and got her first basket of the season versus Loyola. Caitlin was a key contributor to our scouts each game and did a terrific job picking off the opponent's calls and signals, which helped us in many ways. We appreciated her hard work and effort, and she is a great representative of our program and helping to lead our whole student athletic council. We will look to Caitlin to bring additional depth to our guard spots along with her high basketball IQ next year. Caitlin Clausen. Lauren Hartman. Lowe appeared in 29 games, which included 6 starts. One of her best games was versus Bradley, where she picked up 12 rebounds to go with 8 points and 2 blocks. Lowe scored in 9 straight games and in 15 of our last 17 games, which was instrumental in us making our run up the MVC standings. One of her finest defensive games came against Loyola in helping to shut down Valpo's leading scorer. We will look to Lowe to continue to become an even more consistent perimeter scorer, defender, and rebounder. Lauren Hartman. Chris Nelson. Nellie appeared in all 30 games, which included 16 starts. She scored in double figures in 10 games, which included a streak of 5 straight games. Her 15.5 points per game on 57% shooting, including 8 of 14 from three-point during our Compass Challenge, earned her all-tournament honors. Of the 35 times a Saluki has made at least 6 threes in a single game, Nellie's 8 attempts to net the 6 three-pointers against Northern Illinois are tied for the fewest needed in program history. Her best offensive game was most likely her 24 points on 8 for 10 shooting, including 4 for 4 from three-point against Murray State. Her 4 for 4 shooting from beyond the arc that game was also the best performance from a Saluki since 2009. Nellie was also named MVC Player of the Week for week of December 17th after averaging 19 points on 66.7% shooting from the floor, including a perfect 7 for 7 from beyond the arc to go along with 2.5 assists, 2.5 steals, and 1.5 rebounds. We will look to Nellie to continue to be versatile and add that mid-range game to her arsenal, as well as being able to lock up an opponent. Chris Nelson. Brittany Patrick, a 2019 captain, started in all 30 games for SIU and averaged 6 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals in 33 minutes of play. Britt led the MVC in assists to turnover ratio, total assists, and assists per game. She's also just the second Saluki in program history and the first since Cartasia Macklin in 2013 to lead the league in assists. Her 150 assists are tied for the 5th most in single season in program history. Britt also had 7 games where she had 8+ assist games. She also set a career high with 11 assists and did not record a turnover in our win over Northern Illinois. That performance made her the first Saluki in 33 years to have that many assists in a single game, and she was the only player in the MVC this year with an 11 assist game. Britt snagged 5+ rebounds in 10 games this year, including a career high 8 rebounds versus Missouri State. That in itself says a lot for a point guard. We will look to Britt to bring a sweet 3-point shot and a mid-range jumper to her game next season, as well as a constant feistiness to the defensive end. Britt Patrick. Nicole Martin. Nicole was selected 2019 preseason All-MVC first team and then received the 2019 All-MVC first team after also being honored All-MVC first team in 2018. She became just the 6th Saluki to repeat on the All-MVC first team. Nicole averaged 14.8 points on 53.6% shooting to go along with 7.4 rebounds. She scored in double figures in 22 games, including 5 20-plus outputs and 7 double-doubles. Nicole ranked in the top 10 of the Valley in 5 statistical categories, which included 3rd in field goal percentage, 5th in offensive rebounds, 6th in points per game, and 7th in rebounds per game, and 8th in defensive rebounds. On March 7th against Indiana State, Nicole became the 26th Saluki to reach 1,000 career points and just the 8th Saluki to do it her junior season. Her 23 points on 11 for 12 shooting in our win against Evansville was the best individual shooting percentage by a Saluki since 2014 and the best nationally for a single game in field goal percentage. Another one of her great games, I should say, was February 22nd versus Loyola, where she posted 17 points along with a career-high 16 rebounds. We will look for Nicole to expand her game as far as various moves in the paint and refine her defensive skills to be able to defend out on the perimeter. Nicole Martin. And our seniors of Sunshine, Kezia Martin. Kezia was a tremendous person for us to pick up after her incredible track career was over. The 2018 MVC champion in the triple jump, Kezia's role with our team was more in the shadows, but just as important. Her always quick-to-smile personality and positive approach to competition was a great addition to our squad. She was a very hard worker throughout the season and always giving her best. Kezia appeared in 6 games off the bench and always brought our team to their feet with every single shot attempt or rebound. Kezia was selfless and worked hard to make us all better as a team each and every day with her energy and positive vibe. We wish her the best of luck as she continues with obtaining her master's degree in behavioral analysis and therapy. Kezia Martin. Tiajane Hawkins. Nay was unable to play this year because of her ongoing shoulder problems that did not allow her to play competitively without further injuring her shoulder. Her role changed to encourager, supporter, and mentor to our younger kids. We definitely miss Nay's toughness and pull-up jumper this year, but we wish her the best as she goes out to the real world when she graduates in May with a criminal justice degree. Tiajane Hawkins. Last but not least, Selena Van Hefty. Selena was part of our first recruiting class at SIU. A redshirt season due to a stress fracture in her femur set her back a year. Selena appeared in all 30 games for us and scored in 23 of those 30 games. She had a season best 11 points in our Compass Challenge championship game versus Eastern Illinois and had a season high 7 rebounds versus Drake. She always had one of her better performances against her mother's alma mater, Bradley, with a 10-point, 4-rebound, and 2-block game. Selena has already graduated and is currently working on her master's in health administration. Selena Van Hefty.